Slayinfo here. I bet we've all heard that popping pimples isn't a good idea, especially if you're trying to get rid of acne. But why is that? Here are 7 reasons why choosing to pop those pimples is a bad idea. 1. Popping a pimple doesn't make it less noticeable. Having visible acne is something everybody hates, especially if it leaves a large white spot on the face. The pimple can be so eye-catching at first glance that the thought of squeezing it to make it less noticeable seems like a great idea. However, instead, the pimple can become extremely red, irritated, and even start bleeding afterwards, making the pimple more noticeable and even harder to cover up with makeup. 2. When popping a pimple, you are tearing the skin open. This may come as a surprise, but when you choose to squeeze a pimple to remove the pus, you are essentially tearing the top layer of skin in order to do so. When you do this, not only are you irritating your face, but you also end up with an open wound, which is now open to even more bacteria and infection. If you're not careful, then the pore can become bigger and more painful, as it is reclogged with dead skin and bacteria. 3. Popping pimples can push bacteria deeper into the skin. Squeezing a pimple might result in a satisfying release of white pus that can make the pore look clean. However, there is an extremely high chance that some of that pus is left inside the pore, or worse, pushed deeper into the skin. This can lead to even worse acne later on, because the acne now is at a deeper layer of the skin. 4. Popping a pimple can lead to more pimples. When you squeeze a pimple, if you don't properly get rid of the pus, first, it can reclog and reinfect the same pimple. But even worse, if you're not careful, the bacteria from the existing pimple can clog pores around it. That's why, at times, you may get rid of 1 pimple, but get 4 more in its place a day or so later. 5. Popping a pimple can cause acne scars. This happens because the deeper an injury is in the skin, the more likely it is to leave a scar. Like mentioned previously, picking, poking, and squeezing a pimple can cause bacteria to go deeper into the skin. In addition, when you squeeze the pus out of a pimple, you leave a tiny crater behind. This causes your body to produce more collagen to fill the space so it can start the healing process. The problem with this, though, is when the inflammation settles down, the collagen is pressed further into the skin, resulting in a permanent acne scar. 6. Popping a pimple in the triangle of death can have major health risks. The triangle of death is an area of the face that includes the regions of the nose and corners of the mouth. Popping a pimple in this area won't literally kill you, but it's a dangerous area to squeeze acne, because as stated by Dr. Amesh at Johns Hopkins in Pennsylvania, this area is connected via blood vessels to areas of the skull where infections can spread very rapidly and become more serious. Of course, with our current antibiotics and quick response to health issues, occurrences like this are rare, but always good to keep in mind. 7. You are getting in the way of your body's natural healing process. Your body can naturally get rid of a pimple in 3 to 7 days on its own. However, when you poke, prod, and squeeze a pimple, it continually irritates the area and can even tear the skin. This stops the healing process from occurring and causes it to restart the process all over again. Meaning, if the pimple was initially supposed to last only 4 days, squeezing and poking it can make it last twice as long, if not more, depending on the damage to the skin. If you enjoyed my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help the channel.